Hello, Red Devils. I'm Dave McMahon, your principal here at Crestwood High School, and I'd like to welcome you back to a very unconventional start to our new school year. Do you remember this place? It's your home away from home, and you haven't been here in nearly 6 months. I'd like to begin my message to you with a common thread that needs to be woven through everything we do together this school year, and that thread is a continued focus on being safe, respectful, and flexible. Obviously, we are not able to host an in-person open house, and I know many of you will miss the hot dogs and chips on the front patio of Crestwood High. So, make yourself a hot dog, grab your favorite bag of chips, and learn with us as we navigate together a very different start to our school year. First, I'd like to speak to the incredible work of our maintenance and custodial staff, as Crestwood High School has never looked better than it does today. A complete internal paint job, resurfacing and waxing of floors, and new bathroom stalls are just some of the improvements that they've made over the summer. We also have several safety enhancements in place, one of which you'll notice upon entering the building. On the way in, you will walk through a temperature scanner in place to help assure everyone entering our building is healthy. Classrooms have been altered, removing all extra furniture in order to maximize space to accommodate no more than 23 students in a class, many of which are much smaller than 23. Plexiglass partitions are also in place on all desks, and students and staff, everyone, will be required to wear masks at all times. Additionally, touchless faucets have been installed in restrooms, as well as new private stall doors. In order to assure proper social distancing, traffic patterns have been established and clearly marked in all hallways, and arrival and departure procedures are now in place. These are just a few of the enhancements that have been made to help keep us all safe as we return for the 2020-2021 school year. At this time, I'd like to introduce your assistant principal, Ms. Barilla.
Greetings, Crestwood schools and families. I'd like to go over arrival and dismissal procedures at the school. Students arriving at the school using bus transportation will remain on the bus until they're released to enter the building using a staggered schedule. All bus arrivals in the morning will enter through the back athletic entrance. All student drivers will park in the front parking lot and only enter through the front main doors of the building. Car riders being dropped off must enter through the main doors in the front of the building. No students will be able to enter the building prior to 7:20 a.m. Car riders may not be dropped off prior to 7:20. Any drivers who arrive prior to 7:20 must remain in the cars until the doors open. Upon opening the doors, students may get breakfast, then wait in the gymnasium until the first bell rings at 7:36. Students may not congregate inside or outside of the building at any time due to social distance guidelines. Upon entering the building, all students will be greeted by a staff member as they pass through our temperature checkpoint using a hand sanitizer provided at the door. Then report directly to your first period class upon the bell. If a student's temperature exceeds 100 degrees, a staff member will check by using a separate handheld scanner. If the student's temperature remains in an excess of 100, the student will be sent to a quarantine room, and a parent will be called by the school nurse to inform them of their child's departure from the building. Parents, if your child has an early dismissal from school, you will follow the same procedures in terms of sending a note or making a phone call to the attendance office. Upon arrival to pick up your child, please call the attendance office to expedite getting your child to you. No visitors are permitted to enter the building. Parents picking up their child after school will pull up to the front main doors of the high school. More information about the release of the student from the school will be provided the first day of school. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you your school counselors.
Welcome back. We are looking forward to seeing everyone. We know that everyone is eager to see their school schedule. Thanks to COVID, there have been a lot of changes that we've needed to make for our entire student body to ensure that every classroom has safe spacing. We are working diligently to finalize all adjustments. Schedules will be available to students on the first day of school. On September 8th, 9th grade students should report at 7:40. This is the beginning of the school day. where they will receive individual class schedules and be given support finding classroom locations. We promise that finding your classroom locations is not as challenging as you might think, and you will have upperclassmen supporting you. Our 10th to 12th grade students will have a 2-hour delay on September 8th and will begin school at 9:40. They will report to their homeroom location and begin the day there. In homeroom, students will review the block schedule and the new safety procedures. If there is a schedule error or you need to request a class change, you will need to fill out a Google form. This form will be sent to students and their school email from their school counselor, from one of us. This is a change from last year, and dropping into the guidance office to request a change will not be allowed this year. We want to make sure to avoid the crowd that sometimes happens on the first day in our office.
Let's review the different school schedule scenarios for this school year. NOVA. This is our 100% completely virtual option for students who have chosen to take classes 100% online. The next approach is all students in the building. At this time, this is the current plan for the start of the school year. Students will attend their regularly scheduled classes every day of the week. This plan is in place when Portage County is categorized as orange or yellow COVID risk level. The next approach, remote hybrid learning plan. If Portage County is categorized in the red COVID risk level, we will transition to this plan. Students will be divided by last name and will be required to attend school 2 days per week. Teachers will provide material for the days students are not in attendance. Next approach is a remote learning plan. This plan is if Portage County is categorized as purple COVID risk level. We will transition to this plan. All students will receive instruction virtually through a digital curriculum available through Google Classroom. Please keep in mind that the teaching staff will review each scenario with students during the first week of school. Be safe and enjoy your final days of summer. You'll now hear from Mr. Cook, our athletic director.
Red Devils, we're looking forward to another exciting year of Crestwood athletics. As many of you are aware, the Ohio Department of Health and Governor DeWine have recently released protocols that will allow us to move forward with our fall sports seasons. These competitions will look very different this year, as we are only permitted to allow 15% of our seating capacity into our athletic venues. More information can be found on the Responsible Restart Ohio for youth, collegiate, and amateur club and professional sports page that is listed here. For at least fall sports seasons, tickets will be limited to be purchased by only those who are participating in the event. For volleyball and soccer, this means only student athletes will be able to purchase tickets. For volleyball, 2 tickets per athlete, and for soccer, 4 tickets per athlete. For football, team members, cheerleaders, and band members will all be permitted to purchase 2 tickets for each event. In order to gain entry into the stadium or gym, you must have a ticket prior to the event. We will only be doing pre-sale tickets, and no tickets will be available at the gates. If you do not have a ticket for the event, we ask that you please do not come up to the campus. If you do have a ticket for a high school event, we ask that you do not arrive more than 30 minutes prior to the start of that event. If you are in attendance at an athletic event, a mask must be worn at all times. There will be designated seating areas marked off by tape in both the gym and Jack Lambert Stadium. You will be asked to sit in these designated areas to allow for at least 6 feet of social distancing from other individuals at the contest who are not part of your family or your household. There will be no congregating allowed before or after the event. Once the event is finished, we are going to ask that everybody please exit the facility. If you do not have a ticket, but you would still like to watch the game, for volleyball, soccer, and football, you can do so via the NFHS network. The link is listed here on this site. To order a subscription, you can visit the NFHS network website and search for Crestwood High School. There are multiple Crestwood High Schools on this platform, so be sure to select the Crestwood in Mantua, Ohio. Finally, we are encouraging you to practice responsible COVID-19 protocols, not only when you're in school or at a sporting event, but also in your personal lives. We have all put forth a great deal of effort to allow these fall athletic seasons to begin. In order for them to successfully continue and move forward, we must all do our part. Please remember to back up, wash up, and mask up. Thank you. Go Devils.
Hi, I'm Amy McMahon.
And I'm Rachel Grabowski.
I teach English here at CHS, and I co-teach the leadership class and co-advise the freshman mentoring program with Mrs. Grabowski.
As Mrs. McMahon just mentioned, we co-teach leadership and freshman mentoring together. And in addition, I am the family and consumer science teacher this year, teaching courses like culinary and child development, as well as some required courses of financial management and college and career readiness.
The first day of school for all CHS students this year will be Tuesday, September 8th. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors will have a 2-hour delay on the first day of school to allow for our freshmen to participate in orientation activities. All freshmen and freshman mentors will report to school at regular time, 7:40 a.m. on that Tuesday. And freshmen will start the day by getting to know their mentors, meeting school administrators and teachers, touring the building, learning to interpret their schedules, and basically getting acclimated to the high school. Freshmen will then meet their homeroom teacher before running a shortened full class schedule and meeting all of their teachers. All activities on this day are structured around social distancing and limited group sizes, as will all of our freshman mentoring activities throughout the school year.
Remember, sophomores, juniors, and seniors who are not freshman mentors will report to school at 9:40 on Tuesday, September 8th. They will report immediately to homeroom on the first day of school in order to get your schedules and your Chromebooks if you haven't done so already. Homeroom lists will be posted on the Crestwood website as well as the front doors of the school. After a brief homeroom period, 10th through 12th graders will run a shortened full class schedule and meet all of their teachers. Now, back to Mr. McMahon for some final thoughts.
So as you can see, many things are going to be different this year. It's important for us to stay focused on the idea that different is not necessarily bad, but different is necessary right now. Now more than ever, it's important for us to come together and not think only of ourselves. We have to collectively do the right thing in order to ensure that we help each other get through these difficult times. We will get back to normal, and we will get there together. I have faith in our students, our staff, and our community. We are Crestwood, and we've got this. Mask up, Red Devils.
Mask up, Red Devils.
Mask up, Crestwood.
Mask up.
Mask up, Crestwood.
Mask up, Red Devils.
Mask up, Crestwood. Mask up, Crestwood.
Mask up, Crestwood.
Mask up, Red Devils.
Mask up, Crestwood.
Mask up, Crestwood.
CSG is masking up.
See you soon.